Hey everybody, welcome to the Frontier Preparedness channel. My name is Billy, and today we're going to be talking about what would you do when your preps run out. Before we do that, if you don't mind, check our content, see if you like it. If you do like it, consider subscribing, sharing our videos, liking our videos, and most importantly, hit the notification bell. It does let you know when we post new content. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. We have 2, 3, 5 year supply of preps. Now, an SHDF does happen, and it lasts for longer than what we have preps for. Take for example, Cuba had lived an SHDF for approximately 60 years. I don't think anybody there had enough preps for 60 years. And if they did, they're long gone. So imagine, let's bring it down a little bit. Imagine that something does happen here. I don't know. Let's say that that we don't get any cheap items anymore, or that we don't get oil anymore, or we cannot refine the oil that we have, and that we have an SHDF. Okay. We have X amount of preps. And what I'm trying to say here is our preps are set. Once that event happens, that is the end of our preps. If it happens at a year mark, then that's what you have. You have a year supply. And I'm trying to bring this, like as easy to comprehend as possible. And hopefully you will see what I'm coming from at the end of the video. You have 1 year. But that event lingers for longer than a year. Because it might have taken, 3 months. But recovery doesn't get to you until 2 years after. Now you have a gap of 1 year that you really have no preps. Because you will prepare just for 1 year. Now, I can hear some people already saying, I will stretch out that year to 2, maybe even 3 years. But you don't know how long that event is going to take. You really don't. So, can you say for certain, I have a year, the event may last 2 years, I am going to stretch my preps for 2 years, and at the end of those 2 years, it's done. You cannot say that. Because you honestly do not know. I do not know. So, what do you do now? Do you give up? And that's it? No. This is what it's so important to practice skills. This is when it comes to replenishing what you have. Homesteaders have been doing it forever. Preppers keep on saying like, oh, stack it to the rafter, but there's no other avenue to replenish what you're using. Once you stack it to the rafters, if an SHDF does happen, or if an event does happen, because you, unlike homesteaders who are raising animals, who are growing food, you're not doing that. Now, if you are doing it, rock on. That's it. You're doing it right. But if you're not, and you depending on the grocery store, here in Alaska, I'll be honest with y'all, we depend on the grocery store quite a bit because we are so remote from everything else, from any other state. State. We are away from the lower 48 essentially. I mean, everything here has to be shipped. Everything has to be driven up here. Obviously, I can go hunting and try, and I go every year and I harvest my fish. That's my staple, the fish. But how about if I can't make it and fish? What then? How about if I miss that year and I couldn't get anything? Then what? Well, that's why we here in the Frontier Preppers household and our homestead, we are developing our garden. We have expended a significant amount of time and funds doing everything that we have to do. Because now there is time. We still have time. So the knowledge is here. I've done that my entire life, you know, growing vegetables, raising animals, the whole 9 yards. The only difference here is that it's cold. That's it. The only difference here is that I have 3 months to grow whatever food I'm going to use for the entire year. That's the difference. That's it. Animals, same thing. That's why every time you hear me talking about chickens, you don't hear me talking about laying egg chickens. I'm talking about meat chickens. Because I have to plan everything to work. Chickens are ready. Take care of the chickens. Put the chickens away. Go fishing. Fishing is done. Put the fish away. Go hunting. Hunting is done. Put it away. Hunker down for winter. When winter is done, the first thing that we take care of is the firewood. And so on and so forth. You see, it's always a cycle. So, but what I'm trying to say here is we are replenishing everything constantly. We don't grow anything that we don't eat. Period. We don't. I don't grow sugarcane. I don't grow peat because I don't like peat. I don't grow kale. I'll only grow what we eat. Why? Because there's really no point of me growing something that I won't eat. For what? For bartering? I'll be honest with y'all. It sounds really good. But you know how many times I have bartered here ever since I moved here to Alaska? Take a wild guess. 0. Most of the time, I pay for everything. So that idea, oh good, and I know people do it all the time. They exchange. I heard, oh, I'm an electrician. I'll do this for you. If you are a contractor, if you do my, I don't know, my walls, you know, we exchange work. This one right here, me, I always pay. And when I do something, I want money back. Plain and simple. So I'm being honest with y'all. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, no, I done this in the past. Now, in Cuba was a little different. In Cuba, we did that. Here, I want my money. Whether you pay me in dollars or whether you pay me in silver, I still want my money. That's all. I'm just saying. I'm keeping it real with y'all. But the takeaway from this video should be that if you are preparing, you need to consider ways to replenish your preps. Do not solely rely on what you have put away. Because when you take out and don't put back in, they will run out one day. And then what? What are you going to do? By the time that you decide to go and try to hunt, try to fish, try to polish the skills that you do not have, because it's easier to stay home and just live on my preps. Or I can't do it. I just can't do it. I cannot physically do it. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I am being honest with y'all. I don't know what to tell you. You better find a group of people that can help you out. Because otherwise, you will not make it. That is as plain and simple as I can make it. I can say to you. And I'm sorry if it's you don't want to hear that, but it is the truth. Unless that you find a group of people or family or whatever it is to take you in, and because I'm pretty sure you have skills. Everybody has skills. And they take care of you and trade for the skills you have. If you cannot go and replenish your preps, you will be in trouble. In serious trouble. So with that being said, hope you can give you something to think about. I don't want to scare anybody, but I just want to bring attention to those type of things. So, like I always, rock on, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.